morning. Thanks so much for joining us for Wake Up Charlotte to Go. I'm Carolyn Brooke.
And I'm Ben Thompson. Let's go ahead and get to check the forecast because it is a cold start to the day, Larry.
No doubt about it. You can't tell from that view of Lake Norman. Great shot right there. Clear skies out there. It will be a clear sky day as we take a look at that hour-by-hour forecast. By noon, 46 degrees, low 50s for high temperatures. We should be in the upper 50s. Head to about 7 o'clock tonight under clear skies. Should be right around 41 degrees. Hey, I want to remind you about the Steelers taking on the Ravens at 3:40 right here on WCNC Charlotte. That's at 3:40, mostly sunny, upper 30s for the game today. Check our 7-day forecast. It'll be chilly today, high 53. We're back to the mid to upper 50s tomorrow. Rain chance from late Friday and early Saturday. Sunday, we're in the mid 50s, and we start next week, Monday and Tuesday, with highs below average, only in the low 50s, but it will be sunny, and that is your first one forecast.
Now for a look at today's top stories in your morning rush. Breaking overnight, Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine getting emergency approval in the United Kingdom. That means hospitals there can now start giving the vaccine immediately. Here in the U.S., the CDC is recommending healthcare workers and nursing home residents should get the first doses.
Our state and local leaders are saying the exact same thing. Now, once approved, those first doses will be shipped here to the Carolinas immediately.
Good morning. I'm Billie Jean Shaw in South Charlotte. We have a big update when it comes to the COVID-19 vaccine. According to Governor Roy Cooper, he says 85,000 doses could become available in North Carolina as early as December 14th. That's only if the FDA approves his vaccine. So if it is approved, there will be limited supplies. Healthcare workers and nursing home residents will be the first to become vaccinated. The general public will most likely become vaccinated in the springtime. Until then, remember to wear your mask, social distance, and wash your hands.
Good Wednesday morning. CMS says it needs $4.6 million to enhance security on its campuses in the district. Now, part of that $4.6 million will go toward enhanced surveillance cameras that will show what's going on in all the schools. There'll also be new money for ID locks, ID badges for all around the campus, as well as door locks at all of its schools, including new doors, exterior doors, for all of its high schools.
Yet another local business is closing temporarily because of COVID-19. Gibbie Beer Garden posted a message on Facebook telling customers it will operate on a limited schedule for the next 2 weeks. It will then close temporarily on December 13th. They hope to be back open on January 31st.
Christmastown, USA is back on for the holiday season. The lights in McAdenville were turned on last night. Now, while there won't be the usual celebrations this year, that's okay because you can still drive through and check out the lights every night through the rest of the year. Very exciting stuff. If you haven't been, it is a must-see. And that's it for your Morning Rush.
Time now to connect the dots when we make the news make sense. This morning, health leaders urging Americans to avoid traveling to Mexico. And with the holidays approaching, this could mean thousands of canceled trips south of the border.
Both the CDC and the World Health Organization say do not travel south of the border right now. Let's connect the dots. Some Americans have seen Mexico as an ideal destination during the pandemic because it doesn't require a negative COVID-19 test before entry, unlike other warm weather destinations like Hawaii and the Caribbean. Airlines for America reports that last month, Mexico was the most popular destination for Americans traveling internationally. But now, the CDC raising its travel alert warning for Mexico to its highest level. And the World Health Organization now says Mexico is, quote, in bad shape. Mexico has the fourth highest death toll from the coronavirus in the world. At least 7 of the country's 54 public hospitals are at capacity, and more are in danger of running out of room. And while Mexico has over 1 million confirmed cases, experts say the real number is probably much higher because the country has struggled with widespread testing. Even the Mexican official in charge of the coronavirus response warns the situation will get worse this winter. And that's connecting the dots.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Music is topping the trending charts this morning, and that is all things Spotify Wrapped 2020. People are talking about this here in Charlotte and all across the country. So this is when Spotify, the music streaming app, lets you know which songs, which artists, albums, podcasts you listen to the most in 2020. So open up your app and let us know what your favorites were. Singer Bad Bunny, he took home the title for most stream artist of 2020. Someone from Spotify FaceTimed him to break this news. Take a listen.
I'm delighted to tell you that you are Spotify's most streamed artist of 2020. Nah.
Yeah, man.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
Oh, I love that. Other top artists of 2020 were Drake, The Weeknd, Billie Eilish, Travis Scott, and T Swift. Actually, Taylor Swift trended overnight on Twitter because of the number of people that were sharing that she was one of their top artists. As for top podcast of 2020, hitting the #1 spot was the Joe Rogan Experience, and then top 10, TED Talks, the Michelle Obama podcast, Crime Junkie. So let us know what your favorites were, and if you weren't watching Wake Up Charlotte on TV this morning, then you missed our whole debacle about what music streaming service each of us uses. So go over to Ben's Twitter so that you can let your voice be heard on his poll. Guys, I'll send it back to you.
I never knew it was going to be so controversial. Evidently, people who like Spotify really like Spotify.
Yeah, they're diehard, for sure.
Thanks.
All right, now to some stories to keep you and your family safe and sound. New data showing where COVID-19 is spreading the fastest, right here in North Carolina. And meat processing plants have the highest number of cases of any workplace, with more than 4,000 cases and 20 deaths. State officials also seeing more COVID-19 clusters at places like churches, colleges, and restaurants. If you want to see that full list, you can do so in the WCNC app. It's free to download today.
No doubt 2020 has been a rough year, but turns out we're pretty good at cheering ourselves up. A new study revealing the top things we do to boost our mood this year. Top answer, watching a favorite movie. We've all done that. Almost half of us have done that as a pick-me-up. Some other things include snacking, going for a walk, which is surprisingly therapeutic. Also, calling a friend.
All good things.
I think we've learned that they're very simple, tangible things we can do that just make us feel better. That doesn't have to be something fancy.
I've done a lot of snacking.
That too, yes.
It's okay. Make sure you watch us each and every morning starting at 4:30 a.m. snack in hand on Wake Up Charlotte.